For more than 70 years, one question has refused to die. What really happened to Adolf Hitler after World War II ended? Did he die in the ruins of Berlin, as history books claim? Or did he escape, vanishing into the shadows of South America, hidden bases, or secret Nazi networks that carried him far from justice? Photographs were never released. His body was never publicly displayed, and the chaos of Berlin in April 1945 left room for doubt. From Argentina to Antarctica, rumours have thrived, each more dramatic than the last. But beneath the myths lies a trail of evidence, eyewitness testimony, and forensic investigation that tells a far less sensational, yet far more convincing story. By late April 1945, Nazi Germany was collapsing. Soviet forces had encircled Berlin. The Third Reich, once vast and terrifying, had shrunk to a concrete bunker beneath the city. Adolf Hitler, physically broken and politically defeated, was no longer issuing grand speeches. He was hiding underground, surrounded by a small circle of loyal aides. On April 30th, 1945, according to multiple eyewitnesses inside the Führer bunker, Hitler ended his life. He swallowed a cyanide capsule and shot himself in the head. Eva Braun, whom he had married just one day earlier, also took cyanide. Their bodies were carried into the garden of the Reich Chancellery, doused in petrol and burned, following Hitler's explicit orders to prevent public humiliation. These accounts did not come from one source, but many. Hitler's personal secretary, Traudl Junge, valet Heinz Linger, and SS adjutant Otto Günsche, men and women interrogated separately by Allied and Soviet forces. Their stories matched in critical detail. In May 1945, Soviet troops recovered charred remains from the bunker site. Soviet forensic teams conducted examinations, including dental analysis using Hitler's own dentist's records. The results were clear: the remains matched Adolf Hitler. And yet, despite this evidence, the absence of a public body, Cold War secrecy, and Soviet misinformation would soon create a vacuum conspiracy theories rushed to fill. Because when history leaves even the smallest gap, imagination takes over. Almost immediately after the war, rumours of Hitler's escape began to spread. Some claimed he fled to Argentina aboard secret U-boats. Others insisted he lived out his life in Paraguay, Chile, or even Antarctica, protected by hidden Nazi bases and sympathetic governments. Decades later, declassified intelligence files, often misunderstood, would fuel these stories further. But when examined closely, these escape theories begin to collapse. Yes, Nazi officials did flee to South America. Figures like Adolf Eichmann and Josef Mengele used real escape networks known as ratlines. But there is a critical difference. There is documented evidence of their survival: passports, witnesses, arrests. In Hitler's case, there is none. No verified sightings, no photographs, no financial records, no DNA. Only rumours repeated long enough to sound plausible. Even the intelligence reports, often cited by conspiracy theorists, tell a different story. Agencies like the FBI and CIA logged unverified tips because they were required to, not because they were credible. Most reports were dismissed quickly, labelled unreliable, or traced back to hearsay. None produced evidence strong enough to challenge the conclusion reached in 1945. In 2017, forensic science delivered the final blow to the escape myth. Russian authorities allowed French researchers to examine preserved fragments of Hitler's teeth and jawbone. The analysis confirmed an exact match with dental records from his personal dentist. There was no sign of life after April 1945. No evidence of survival, no escape. So why does the myth endure? Because Hitler dying quietly in a bunker feels unsatisfying. For many, it seems too small an ending for someone responsible for unimaginable destruction. Conspiracy theories offer drama, secrecy, and the illusion that history still holds hidden truths waiting to be uncovered. But the reality is often simpler and darker. Adolf Hitler did not escape justice. He did not rebuild a secret empire. He died defeated, paranoid, and trapped beneath a collapsing city. The mystery survives not because the evidence is weak, but because the story is uncomfortable. And perhaps the most haunting truth is this: History doesn't always end with spectacle. Sometimes it ends in silence,